Luke, important game in terms of the table, but Cheltenham on a good run at home at the moment. How do you approach it?
Yeah, for sure. I think our results and performances at home have been great of late, especially with Tuesday nights against the top side. People have said that we've only won the games around teams around us at the minute, but obviously it was good to put that marker down, and we were delighted after the final whistle. It makes Saturday probably even more important now to back it up. I think if we look back to the Notts County game away from home, that really sort of kick-started our season, so it was a good one for us and we're looking forward to it.
And a good one for you personally as well, because you got 2 of the goals.
Yeah, on a personal note and as a collective group, I remember being in the dressing room after thinking that was a real starting block for us and for me as well. So yeah, hopefully we can put the same sort of performance in and get the 3 points Saturday.
How have things changed since then in terms of, I suppose, confidence, belief, spirit, all those sort of things that necessarily the fans don't see if we just see the performances and the results?
Yeah, I think you can go right from the bottom. Everything's changed. The mentality around the place, the demands we've put on each other, the demands off the staff. Training's been a lot sharper, a lot brighter. I think when I first came in the club, there was a lot of stuff that was accepted, and hopefully I've helped in that department. But listen, it comes from the gaffer obviously, and the demands from the senior lads, and we've all put that on each other, and we're just glad that it's starting to reflect on the pitch now. We still think that we should be a little bit higher up. Away from home, we've let ourselves down a little bit with performance-wise, and it's something that we want to improve on to get into that middle group now and push up a lot further.
And Notts County a few weeks ago showed signs of improvement. They had that little 3-game run against 3 of the teams up there. Things might have fallen off a little bit of late, but how much stronger do you think they'll be than they were in November?
Yeah, I think with the signings they made in January, we obviously thought there could be a danger to us at the time. Obviously we were a bit closer to the relegation zone then, but at the end of the day it's important for us to get the points just as much as them, you know. If they get that win, it obviously takes them a lot closer to the teams above them. So we'll remain professional, and at the end of the day, we need the points, like I say, just as much as them, and we're fighting for them.
And they've had off-the-field problems as well. As a player who's been there and done it, how difficult or easy is it to just keep your mind focused on doing your job?
Yeah, it can be leading up to the week, but I must admit, once I got on the pitch, I'm sure it's the same with the Notts County lads on the Saturday. That should all really go out the window. I think people, obviously family, friends, agents are all getting involved with what's going on and off the club, trying to probably get you out, and I've had things like that in the past, but like I say, once you put your boots on, it shouldn't really matter. It's about what happens on the pitch then.
You're on the bench on Tuesday, and obviously Michael Duff's managed you throughout the season. How much has that helped, and how much do you just sort of want, though, as a player, still to be starting every game?
Yeah, I think my initial aim was to play as many games as possible, but to be honest, I've played more than I probably thought I would, and to obviously get those games where he's leaving me out, and the games that I've been left out recently, we've obviously done well in the Cambridge game and the Point Tuesday night. It's brilliant to see that we've got that competition for places now. The gaffer's going over all the time now about the amount of players we're getting back fit, and we'll have Alex back soon, hopefully, as well. Obviously, Nigel's a long-termer, but listen, the competition's brilliant, and it breeds confidence throughout the squad. He can mix it up a little bit, and we're delighted with that.
And if you do have to make a cameo as a sub, how do you sort of approach that in terms of actually trying to cram as much as you can into the time that you've got? Yeah,
I think it was a bit of a different scenario Tuesday, obviously going on and trying to consolidate what we had, and if we had a chance, obviously we'll go from there. But I knew what my job was Tuesday night, to go on and hopefully keep the ball, stick up front, and maybe a few set pieces to defend. But yeah, I think different situations in different games, I knew exactly what my job was Tuesday going on the pitch, and the gaffer gave me my role, and I was pleased that we ended up with a point.
Very soon after you arrived, the gaffer started referring to you as Reg. Presumably everyone around the place does. Do the younger players get the origins of it?
Nah, I must have tried to explain it to them and get them to watch a few of the shows, but they're not having it, to be fair. You can imagine what they've got their hands on these days. It's not that, I'm sure.